Peace, y'all. So I am back to discuss the Jussie Smollett situation, honey. I just went live about intersectionality and understanding intersectionality. So check that out when you can, if you can. If you were already in there and in the chat, thank you. I appreciate your energy. But yeah, so the Jussie Smollett situation, you guys, he was charged again. This time with 6 counts, and it's crazy. So, just a quick recap on the Jussie Smollett situation. I know everybody is familiar by this point, but just a reminder because it's been so long since the entire situation happened. And I myself may even be missing a few facts. So if I am, please let me know. But from what I recall, January of 2019, Jussie Smollett claims that he was attacked outside of his residency in Chicago. Now, just for some specifics, this was on the coldest day of winter in Chicago, January 2019. They said that it was freezing outside, so cold that they were warned to not go outside for risk of potentially freezing to death. It was freezing outside this day. Well, so Jussie really lied. Now, we're going to talk about that. You think he lied? Let me know. Let me know. So, coldest day of the winter. Jussie Smollett is outside at 3 in the morning, allegedly going to Subway to get a sandwich. Okay, he's going to Subway to get a sandwich. Now, I don't know if y'all ever had nighttime hunger and y'all ever been starving. If you would go, it was 30, yes, negative 30, so 30 and below. That's crazy. That's crazy. Who's really going outside in that type of weather for a sandwich? I've been hungry at night. I used to be a heavy weed smoker. I've even had the deep munchies, okay? But I am not going outside in that freezing cold weather for no damn Subway $5 foot long. It is no sandwich at Subway that is worth freezing to death. So that's already like a in the story. But I ain't gonna front my blackness. I was like, I'm gonna believe Jussie. Okay, so I'm gonna go with him on this story. So he said he was outside at Subway, going to Subway to get a sandwich. He heard as he was walking, well, I'm shady. So he said that he was walking to get the sandwich, and he heard somebody yell out, "Isn't that nigga from Empire?" Now, I don't know about y'all, but by that point, I had been stopped watching Empire. I stopped watching Empire, I think it was season 2, when Taraji P. Henson was in the cage dressed as the gorilla and called herself speaking out against police brutality and mass incarceration. But she was dressed up as a monkey in a cage. I was very like, what we doing right now? So I was off Empire after that. I doubt that MAGA people, that racist white people are watching Empire even to be able to identify Jussie Smollett. Okay? I didn't know Jussie Smollett like that from before Empire. I knew Journey, I knew his sister, but I didn't know him. But apparently, he heard, "Isn't that nigga from Empire?" So now the Klan be watching Empire. They fans. We gonna still go with the story because we black and we riding with Jussie. So anyway, he says that the people was behind him. They said, "Isn't that nigga from Empire?" He turns around. They attempt to do something to him. He said he's the gay Tupac, so he fought back, according to him. And when he fought back, they put a noose around his neck, threw bleach on him, and that was his story. So apparently he got attacked. He described these people as white people. He said that they had on a MAGA hat, right? He saw the red MAGA hat. Now, it's 3 a.m., so it's super dark outside. All he saw was this red MAGA hat. He has a noose around his neck, and he said they threw bleach on him. Jussie strolls back into the building where he was living, and he gets the attention of the security at the building. Apparently, his manager or somebody was also there, and they alerted the people. But now the police have released video evidence. And this is the thing about the video evidence. They have Jussie telling them the story of what happened. And the whole time, MAGA beanies, I cannot, not MAGA beanies, but the whole time, it probably was a MAGA Scully because it was below 30 degrees. Okay, that's crazy. 30 and below. That's crazy. But anyway, in the video, he has the noose still hanging around his neck. He still has the sweater on with bleach on it, all of that stuff, right? My phone is forever dying, y'all. Sorry. But he said that. So in the video, he has the noose and everything still on, which is like, all right, you got jumped. They put a noose around your neck. I don't know if anybody ever been jumped before. All right. I don't know if any of y'all ever been jumped, but you already know when you get jumped and you here and you there and you dot with it. If somebody puts something on you, when you're done, you're so mad, you're taking everything off. I was in a fight. I had my own coat on. I took my own coat off, all right, after the fight. Like, what's up? What's up? I took my own coat off. So I doubt that somebody is going to put a noose around your neck and you're going to keep it on after a fight. But he claimed that he kept it on because he wanted the police to see it. He didn't want them to think he was lying. So he walked around with the noose hanging from his neck. All right, Jussie. Now, I ain't gonna front y'all. I was one of those people that I was holding my brother down. All right? When Jussie said this story, deep down inside, I was like, oh, Jussie, I don't think the KKK be watching Empire. I don't think that they have an Empire viewing parties at the Klans meeting. I don't think that's happening, Jussie. But we gonna ride with you. All right? People talking bad about Jussie. You was going to get a Subway sandwich. Jussie, at 3 in the morning. I used to work at Subway. They not that good. It's not that good. They only give you 4 pieces of meat on a foot long. They not that good, Jussie, to go out and risk dying at 3 in the morning. I don't believe it, but I'm gonna act like I believe it because we black and we sticking together. I'm trying to put a noose on me. I would have still been fighting. Right. If somebody trying to put a noose on you, said I would have still been fighting the next day, waking up out my sleep like, no, what's up? You ain't gonna just let nobody put a noose around your neck. But, you know, okay. It was so many parts of the story, y'all, that I was just like, Jussie, that don't even sound believable. Jussie, that don't even sound right. Right. And a lot of people felt like it was a lie. But because he was black, we was holding him down. So I'm like, people like, nah, he lying. I'm like, nope, because he's a black man. He wouldn't lie about this. And deep down inside, I wanted to believe that. I really wanted to believe that, you know what? I don't think that he would lie simply because he would not, simply because I didn't feel like he would truly risk diminishing the movement that way. I didn't want to feel like he would diminish the black movement, the equality movement for black people or for the LGBTQ plus community. I didn't want to feel like he would even risk making us look crazy, making us look like liars. I didn't want to feel like this brother who has come out before as an activist for both the LGBTQ plus community and the black community. I didn't want to feel like he would blatantly lie and therefore in the future cast doubt on any other situation where someone may actually be telling the truth about a racism or racist incident that happens to them or being beat up or being attacked or anything, because that's what would happen, right? If it comes out that he was lying, he knows that moving forward, anytime someone says that they are attacked, everybody gonna get him the side eye like, oh, he on that Jussie shit. It's at this point, it's gonna become a verb. This nigga about to Jussie. And it's always gonna mean that people lying. So anytime somebody come forward and say they was attacked or they was gay bashed or whatever, somebody think, he on that Jussie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want that. So I was like, okay, Jussie wouldn't lie just because in his mind, he's smart enough to know that that shit would be detrimental to the movement. So Jussie not gonna do that. Then the police start investigating. Jussie, I'm riding for you, Jussie. I'm in the streets riding. I was at the time when this happened. This is actually so January of 2019. The end of 2018 and first 6 months of 2019, I was traveling the world. So when the incident first happened, I was in South Africa, and I'm hearing about it while in South Africa. So in South Africa, they're even talking about it because, contrary to popular belief, there is a huge LGBTQ plus movement happening in South Africa right now. I was in Johannesburg. My first week in Johannesburg, which was October of 2018, was Gay Pride Week. So there's a huge LGBTQ movement happening in South Africa. So when the Jussie situation happened, Everybody there was talking about it. Yes, yes. Everybody there was talking about it. So they asking me because I'm American. They like, look at what your people do. See, your America is not perfect. Da, da, da. You are not right. That's what South Africans do. That right. They was like, you are not right. That America is not right. They act like this place is perfect and it is not. So they going in. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. You know, I'm telling them like, yo, it's crazy. Like y'all don't really know the half of what we be going through over there. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's big deal. It's on the news over there and everything. So after South Africa, I go to Ethiopia. They're talking about it in Ethiopia. So Jussie made worldwide news. World international press is on this topic, right? Because there's two big issues going on here. It's proof that there's still, because in other countries, they get very shocked when they hear about police brutality and black people being treated in a negative way in America. America has painted the perception to other countries that we are perfect and we are all accepting. So, right. Exactly. So they don't know what we be going through over here. I be trying to tell them as I was driving. I had to keep telling them like, y'all don't know, but they have painted this perception of perfection to other countries. So when the Jussie Smollett case happened, I understand what the Chicago police meant when they was like, you know, although I don't agree, when they was like, you know, we put a lot of man hours in because the amount of attention that this case was receiving. This case received international attention, which meant that the way that people were starting to view America overseas was being skewed just from this case alone, because people around the world are fans of Empire. People around the world now know who Jussie Smollett is. Therefore, people around the world are now aware that a famous actor from the American show Empire was attacked for being black and gay. And because all of that is, Jussie knows this. Jussie knows that he is holding this international weight. So all of that is making me believe that Jussie ain't gonna be lying about this. Jussie is not lying. He wouldn't even risk lying. He's gonna tell the truth. Hey, Kelly. He's gonna tell the truth, right? The killer is, y'all, when the police start investigating, I was like, you know what? They started saying, oh, we think that he's lying. We think that he paid some people off. I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I was like, fuck the Chicago police. This is not too long after the Laquan McDonald case happened, which if y'all are not familiar with Laquan McDonald, he's the young man who was shot by the Chicago police. They lied about it collectively as a unit, stood on the podium at a press conference and lied about what happened, claimed he pulled out a case claimed he pulled out a gun before they realized that there was cameras there that showed the whole incident, and they actually gunned down this young black man who was unarmed, running away, and never pulled out a gun. So when the Chicago police is coming out and they're like, look, we're investigating and we believe he's lying, I'm like, fuck y'all, y'all lying. Y'all been liars. Y'all showing us that y'all are liars. I'm not rocking with y'all. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. Show me proof that he's lying. So I'm still riding with Jussie. For my people, I'm like, I'm rooting for everybody black. He ain't lying. He telling the truth. Even though in my mind, I'm like, you ain't going out to Subway at no 3 a.m. You ain't going out for no sandwich in that type of weather at no 3 a.m. This ain't the summertime, all right? You not going out in that freezing weather for no sandwich. So, Jussie, come on now. I was really rooting for him. I was, Maya. Like I said, I just didn't believe that the KKK is having Empire viewing parties. So they gonna say, isn't that nigga from Empire? If he was gonna lie about the story, he should have just left the Empire part out. Because I don't think racist white people even know what the fuck Empire is, let alone know his ass from Empire. When you got Terrence Howard, you got Taraji P. Henson, and all these other great, amazing actors on Empire, and they ain't looking for you. I was like, I don't think that that's happening. And then when he was walking around with the noose on his neck, instead they threw bleach on him. Who the fuck is walking around here with a cup of bleach ready to throw on somebody? So you're trying to insinuate that these two racist people were just out in this freezing cold weather at 3 a.m. hoping to find a black person to attack? And this wasn't no hood neighborhood. This is a ritzy area. So these two racist white people are hoping that a random black person is walking around in this affluent area at 3 a.m. so they can attack them. There was a lot of reasons to doubt it. But I was trying to root for Jussie just because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt that he would not put the movement at risk like this. Y'all, when the two brothers came out And they turned out to be African brothers. Black brothers. African brothers. And they said that Jussie paid them. Jussie. You gotta be smarter than that, my brother. You gotta be smarter than that. They said that this man paid them and he wrote a check in 2019 at the time. This man wrote a check to pay these people. We got Venmo, we got Cash App, we got Zelle. You wrote a check to pay them? Jussie, you wanted to get caught. He wanted to get caught. He needs to go to jail for still writing checks. If you're still writing checks in 2019, especially 2020, you deserve to do at least 3 days. Fed time. Who the hell writing checks at this day and age? When they said that he wrote a check and they pulled out the check to prove it, I said, lock his ass up. I didn't even feel bad for Jussie after that no more. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Okay, I was so disappointed in Jussie. Why, Jussie? My fist was like, my fist went from here to here. Square up, Jussie. He had me arguing with family members, friends. I'm in another country. I'm FaceTiming people like, I saw what you put on your Instagram about Jussie. We got to ride for our people. Okay, using my long distance minutes. I got unlimited long distance, but just in case I had minutes, I'm using my long distance time to call people to advocate for his dumb ass, and these niggas pull out a check to prove that they were paid by him, and then he gonna say, oh, I paid them to be my physical trainers. Jussie, shut your ass up. Shut up. I felt like a grandma. I wanted to Donkey Kong his ass on top of the head. Jussie, shut your ass. Shut up. And he's still gonna keep going with the lie. Then when he went to the club, after they released him, he went to the club and he was performing. And he spoke about the incident for the first time and referred to himself as the gay Tupac. Huh? Who? The gay Tupac. Do you know who Tupac is? Do you know what Tupac does? Tupac shot at police. Okay? Tupac was born, he's the son of a Black Panther, of 2 Black Panthers, actually. Do you know who Tupac is, Jussie? But you the gay Tupac. Anybody even bought none of your albums? And you the gay Tupac? You ain't never wrote a hit 'em up, but you the gay Tupac? Jussie, sit your ass down. That's when I was like, oh, he want clout. He want clout. And I love Jussie. I really do. I loved it. I loved it him. One of my students said that. They was like, I loved it in you. I loved it in him. I loved it in Jussie. Okay? I loved it in him. And I felt like he was a great example of a young man in the LGBTQ plus community who actually was doing okay for himself in Hollywood and juxtaposing acting and music in a great way. And I felt like he was handling himself well until this incident happened. Okay? Why? Why was my biggest question. What was the purpose of you actually coming out with this lie? That was my biggest question. Because like I said, once the brother showed up with the check and they was like, oh, he actually cut us a check for this, I was like, okay, now. He lying now. Now I gotta believe that this is bullshit. Because what reason do these 2 Black men have? No, Kelly, he hasn't said why he did it because he's still saying that he's telling the truth. And that's another issue that I got with Jussie. At this point, I was going to say at this point, why not just tell us that you lied about it? But you know what, Jussie? I can't even blame you because you better ride this shit out to the end. Jussie gonna ride this shit to the end. You gotta respect the gangster now. Because he was like, fuck it, I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to take this shit like a G. Y'all ain't fucking with me anyway, so I'm going to ride this out. You got to respect the gangster now. Okay, because he's sticking to the story. All right, he said, I ain't switching up. I'm telling the truth. He like that child that you keep on beating them and they ain't going to cry. And they going to sit there and look at their mama like, yeah, what's up? He's that child. If anything, he needs to take credit for this shit. He need to be like, he just need to go on the media and say, look, I ain't changing my story. Straight face. I ain't changing my story. I feel like after that, black folks would be like, shit, I understand. Okay, Jussie is riding this story out, and you gotta respect that at the least. So he was charged, the first time he was charged with like 16 counts, I think, 16 different charges. And honestly, once the brothers came out, I feel like everybody, but his name's still in the media, right? I feel like everybody was like, damn, 16 counts. I feel like all black folks, because we all was disappointed. Everybody was bashing Jussie. Everybody was like, bruh, like, you fucked up. Like, why would you lie about this? You set the movement back, yada, yada, yada. Everybody was upset with Jussie. But I think we all could agree that when he got charged with 16 different counts, that was a little too dramatic for me. How do y'all feel about that? 16 counts? He was charged with like false reporting, 4 different counts of disorderly conduct, all kind of stuff. Then they tried to sue him. They claimed that they wanted to sue him for back pay, to pay the restitution for all of the fees for the hours that the cops had to spend investigating. I don't give a fuck about them hours that they had to spend investigating. That's y'all damn job. Y'all got paid for all of them hours. Okay, and don't claim that, oh, he got to pay the taxpayers back their money. Because y'all are not going to cut. If Jussie paid $1 million in restitution today, not a dime of that is going to go back to Chicago taxpayers. So y'all can miss me with that restitution shit. Y'all did y'all damn job for once. Y'all didn't do it for Laquan McDonald. So y'all owed us them back hours, okay? Y'all should just take that L and shut the fuck up and keep it moving, Chicago police, okay? But when it came to 16 counts, I agree with y'all. I was like, damn, 16? Like, he don't need 16 counts. Like, I could see, you know, a count or two. But 16, like, just make the brother do some community service. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see something like that. But 16 counts, for me, that was a lot. But mysteriously, they end up dropping all of the charges. They dropped all of them without, yes, it was too much. Without explanation, they dropped all of the charges. And it was like, what? Every charge gets dropped? And it kind of was like, we didn't know why. Well, most of us thought that the case was over. But unbeknownst to a lot of us, Chicago said, nah, it ain't over yet. They said, yeah, Jussie done did, because he did do a little bit of community service. He did do that. They was like, yeah, he did some community service, but we gonna keep investigating. They hired a special prosecutor. They got the special prosecutor's office to come in. Y'all, this case happened January of 2019. We are now mid-February 2020. They announced yesterday that they are charging Jussie Smollett with 6 counts, including false reporting, disorderly conduct. And it's like, honestly, it's like 4 different counts of disorderly conduct, which I think is a little bit dramatic. But apparently they're charging him for disorderly conduct for the space where the incident allegedly was staged and happened. They're charging him with disorderly conduct for his behavior when he walked into the building with the noose around his neck and that whole thing that you see on camera. And they're charging him for disorderly conduct for this occupying the space of the police station and the way he conducted himself there. So it's not so much about the actual behavior. That ain't no jail time, though. Let me tell you something, okay? I don't think disorderly conduct and false reporting ain't no jail time. Okay, that come with a little time if you got a certain amount of disorderly conduct charges. My first charge, I did my story time about the time I went to jail, but I don't think I said in there that wasn't my first time, okay, being charged with something. My first charge honestly happened when I was 14 years old, and I was charged with disorderly conduct. I had a couple counts of disorderly conduct, and I was definitely facing jail time, okay, and I was able to thankfully get out of it. I was able to plea out and not have to do the jail time, but I don't think Jussie gonna plea. Okay, and that because you can get a felony disorderly conduct charge. That's possible, but I don't think Jussie gonna plea. I was a minor and I plead out. Jussie a grown ass man, and because he's holding this alive strong, I don't think Jussie gonna plea out. I think he gonna take his chance and go to trial with this shit. I really do. So I would not be surprised if Jussie end up doing some time. Now, the question really at this point is, are they being petty by doubling back with the special prosecutor and charging him with 6 different counts? And regardless of if they're being petty or not, should Jussie go to jail? Should he have to do time? If we really think Jussie lied, let's say Jussie did lie, we find out for sure that he paid these two African brothers to go buy MAGA hats. I know Dave Chappelle is stupid calling that man Jussie Smollett. I ain't fooling with, with Dave Chappelle. Foolish stuff. But if it is true that Jussie, I ain't fooling with y'all, that Jussie paid these two African brothers to attack him. He sent them to the store to get the MAGA hats, y'all. When the camera footage came out of them at the store buying the MAGA hats, I was like, Lord, you said, go to jail for a little lie, though? Right. Like a little lie, it's just a little lie. No, that was a big ass lie. That wasn't a little lie. A little lie is like, oh, I'm going to just go to the store and I'm just going to get some chips and a drink, and you come back with a zebra cake of fudge around and some chips. That's a little lie. A little lie saying, oh, I'm only going to have one slice of sweet potato pie, but you eat 3. That's a little lie. You know, you lied to yourself. That's a big-ass lie. This man staged an attack, okay? She said like 6 days at the most in jail. And if he only did 6 days, I would, why nobody lock up the White sisters for lying? You better speak on it, loyalty. Okay? Well, I don't care. Let's speak about the sister who, when Emmett Till, the white woman who admitted on her deathbed that she lied about Emmett Till whistling at her. Y'all know I was mad as hell. I don't care if she on her deathbed or not. When she was mid-last breath, they should have picked her ass up and threw her in a damn jail cell. Jail. I don't care. Okay? She should have went to jail. And see, that's my issue, right? Even if Jussie did tell a lie, okay? Because yes, this was a lie, okay? This was a lie. Even if he did tell a lie, should he go to jail? 6 counts, it's a lot. It's a lot, okay? Wouldn't the bleach freeze at that temperature? Does bleach freeze? I don't know. Does bleach freeze? I don't know. But shit, if it do, yes, it would have froze at that time. But we know that it does freeze. So, okay then. So then, hell yeah, that bleach would have froze. I'm with you. I see where you going. That bleach would have froze, but we know he lying, okay? We know he lying, but I'm just saying if because I still want to root for him. Deep down inside, I'm still hoping that Jussie is telling the truth. So if you watching this, Jussie, just know that deep down in my heart, I'm on your side, okay? So I'm still on Jussie's side. However, he lying. So since he is lying, and we know that he lying, and they got the footage of the African guys buying the shit. They got the check, because his dumb ass wrote a check in 2019. They got the check that he used to pay them. You know, should he go to jail for this? Yes, the Chicago police did spend a lot of time investigating, but don't nobody give a fuck about their damn time. That's what the hell they paid for. Okay, to eat donuts, drink coffee, and work. Okay, so I don't give a damn about their damn time. So that's not an excuse to send a brother to jail. Now, my only thing is the plight of the black community and the movement, and the fact that, as I said earlier, him lying about this really, really, really set us back in a sense of not that they was believing us anyway, but for us believing us. Moving forward, you're so silly. Moving forward, if another black celebrity, like let's really think about this, if another black celebrity came out and said, you know what? I was attacked by some MAGA people. I was attacked by some racist people. And they tried to lynch me. They put a noose around my neck and tried to lynch me. Y'all know the first thing we gonna say in our mind is, he on that Jussie shit. Y'all know we forever gonna, that's that Jussie shit. We always gonna think that. So my thing is, I do feel like, watch who you call brother or sis. All skin folk ain't your kin folk. Shout out to Zora Neale Hurston. You right about that. You know, but that's what I do feel like. Some form of restitution needs to be made. Jussie owes us. Okay? He owes us for the fact that you have forever put cast some doubts on anybody after this who may actually get attacked and they've come forward, whether in the LGBTQ plus community or in the black community. If Billy Porter came out right now, you so silly. If Billy Porter came out right now and said, I was attacked by some MAGA people and they did something to me, he's black and he's gay. But everybody would think, this that Jussie shit. Nobody would initially probably believe him. And all because this brother, you're right, let me correct myself. This guy lied. He lied. Now, I do feel like something needs to occur. Being that they've already charged him with these 6 counts, here's my proposal. And y'all let me know what y'all think. I think that he should be sentenced, but I think his sentence needs to be deep psychotherapy. He needs to go to therapy. You so silly. You so silly, Pete's product. He needs to go to therapy. I also feel like he should definitely have to pay some form of restitution to the black community, and it does not have to be financial. He may need to do some community service work, whatever that may look like, but he should do some community service work. I also feel like he should be required to come out and explain his rationale once he goes through the process of psychotherapy so that he can dive deep into his own mindset. And because that's attention seeking behavior. So what was he looking for? Why did he feel the need for attention? Like really dig deep into himself. And I think after that, he should have to do a documentary, be required to explain his logic so that other people do not fall victim to that same mentality. You said, but I still think they're being too hard on him. Yes, and you still think that they're being too hard on him with the 6 counts? Absolutely. But my thing is, even if it's just 1 count, his sentence needs to be some deep, deep therapy. I don't care about no jail time because jail does not rehabilitate anything. Jail is just another form of slavery, okay? Where all they're going to do is use him to work, to make products, to sell in stores, mass incarceration, okay? So that's what we can't, the prison industrial complex, we will not allow him because even though he's done wrong, he's still a black man. So we cannot allow this black man to fall victim to the prison industrial complex. So I will not advocate for this black man to go to prison. But what I will say is he needs to be sentenced to therapy. And unfortunately, for a lot of black people, therapy is a sentence because we still have a stigma about therapy in the black community. So for a lot of us, therapy is a sentence. He needs to be sentenced to therapy. They say he needs to be hit with wooden spoons by a team of black grandmamas. I know that's right. Line them up. Line them up. And I'll be at the end of the line, Donkey Kong and his ass all the way down. Okay? He need wooden spoons, a switch, and a good Donkey Kong on the top of his goddamn head. Boy, you done lost your goddamn mind. And then he need the biggest arm fat hanging grandmama at the end with a cast iron skillet to say, go ahead, pass. Go ahead, pass. Go ahead, pass. Okay? And she swing that shit at his ass. He need Precious Mama at the end of the line. Go make my pig feet precious. He need her at the end of the damn line. I agree with that punishment. Okay, that's our version of a firing squad. He does need that. I love that idea. So let me rewrite my damn proposal. Okay, therapy and a firing squad of black grandmamas with wooden spoons, cast iron skillets, switches, and me with a Donkey Kong to get his ass all the way down the goddamn line. Okay, Jussie need his ass whooped. He does. He does. And then after that, the brother needs some love because clearly he is lost. Clearly he is misguided. And I felt bad for everyone, including people like my damn self, who was supporting his fool ass. But the lesson that I learned out of it was, we got to be careful. He needs Tyler Perry to turn into Medea. We don't want Tyler Perry turning into Medea no more. We want Tyler Perry to act like he got money when he make movies now. Okay? We don't want Tyler Perry to be Medea no more. We want Tyler Perry to act like he got money, okay, so that he can buy real wigs for his actors and actresses. We got other goals for Tyler Perry. We got a separate agenda for Tyler. Okay? Fall from grace, Tyler. No more. Okay, our people deserve better than that, Tyler. No more, Tyler. Matter of fact, that should be a part of his sentence. You get cast into a Tyler Perry movie. Embarrass the shit out of Jussie. Put him in a Tyler Perry movie with one of them damn wigs on, catching them fake ass fireflies every goddamn week. Put his ass in a Tyler Perry movie. That's the sentence. Okay, so I feel like we figured it out, family. Okay, therapy, firing squad of black grannies, a few Donkey Kongs in between, and a Tyler Perry movie. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all let me know. I don't feel like the brother should be charged with 6 counts. You so silly. I don't feel like the brother should be charged with 6 counts. I do feel like that's a bit much, but I do feel like the brother should be sentenced to some deep therapy, black grannies, and a Tyler Perry movie to finish his career. Tyler, don't do that shit to folk no more, okay? That's a double sentence. A sentence for Tyler and a sentence for Jussie. Okay, because Tyler, you still owe us some restitution for making us sit through that bullshit. Okay? He got 26 million views. Did y'all know that wouldn't that be double jeopardy? Well, I thought the same thing, and I had to do some research on that because I really thought when they said they were charging him again, I was like, wait, isn't that double jeopardy? But I had to do some research on like what exactly double jeopardy is, how is it determined? And honestly, under this case, it's not considered double jeopardy because the charges were dropped. He was not acquitted. That's the caveat to double jeopardy. He was not acquitted. His case was not fully dismissed. The charges were dropped by the state, meaning they also have the right to pick them shits back up. That's what a lot of people don't know. Just because your charges were dropped don't mean they can't be picked back up. He was not tried and acquitted. Double jeopardy only stands up if you were tried and acquitted, not if your charges were dropped. They could pick that shit back up. I'm still mad about them fireflies in that wig. I seen that shit suggested on my Netflix. Kelly asked talking about the Tyler Perry movie. I seen that shit suggested on my Netflix. I was like, oh, if I could block this shit, I would. I'm still mad, okay? Still mad. But yeah, so double jeopardy doesn't apply in this case. I just personally feel like, you so silly. I just personally feel like he should not be charged with 6 counts. That's dragging it. But I do still feel like there needs to be really definitely an open discussion, and the brother needs some therapy. Okay, and unfortunately, if he is telling the truth, if he is telling the truth, if he really was outside in below 30 and below weather, below 30 weather, if he really was outside in that type of weather, getting a Subway sandwich at 3 a.m. and the KKK is really having empire viewing parties and they was able to recognize him on the street and they had their cup of bleach in hand ready with their new ready and they really tied it around his neck and he genuinely left it there because he wanted people to see, so he walked around with the noose. If all of that is true, okay, and Jussie is not lying, we'll look like some damn fools. And I do feel like I don't know what the fuck we'll learn from that because Jussie, I just can't even fathom that being true. I was gonna try to end on a deep note, but it ain't even nothing deep about that shit, Jussie. Your ass is lying. Okay, I can't even pretend like it could possibly be true. I can't even pretend because then I start thinking about the check. The check is the part that really just pissed me the fuck off. The fact that he had a check that he wrote. Who still has a fucking checkbook? Jussie, you need your ass choked the fuck out for that shit. A check? I just can't even imagine. Jussie, if I was in the grocery store and somebody was behind, I was behind somebody who was writing the check, I would, a check, Jussie? Is that rich people shit? Maybe rich people still write checks. Maybe only us lower class, lower middle class people you only use debit cards and credit cards. Maybe rich people still write checks. I can't fathom why. But maybe rich people do that shit. I don't know. But if it is true, Jussie, I will be the first to tell you that I believed you from the beginning. I never doubted him, okay? So I'm going to delete this if it come out that he was true, so y'all enjoy this while it's up, because if it's true, I'm going to delete this shit. Jussie, Jussie, I believe in you, my brother, okay? I'm rooting for you. But y'all know he motherfucking lying. Jussie is lying, okay? If Jussie is telling the truth, I'm gonna go get me a damn checkbook. That's where he slipped with the check, right? If Jussie's telling the truth, I'm gonna go get me a damn checkbook, okay? Just for GP, all right? And I'm gonna call it my Smollett papers, okay? Just for GP. But it's been good chilling with y'all. I appreciate y'all love. Thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for commenting and let me know how y'all feel. We definitely gonna stay awake and we gonna stay woke. Okay, because we woke folk. We gonna stay woke and aware on this case and see what ends up happening to damn Jussie ass. Okay? I know one thing, if he has to pay restitution, he better use that same damn checkbook, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you, Kelly, Cara, Natty. I appreciate you. Thank you for your love, everybody, your support. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, y'all.